The city of Atlanta and its surrounding suburbs have historically consisted of two main demographic groups, African Americans and whites, with only tiny pockets of other ethnic populations. But this has changed in recent decades, and no area in Atlanta is more emblematic of this change than Buford Highway, a stretch of highway that boasts small businesses and every kind of cuisine from every corner of the world.
When you think of ethnic or international neighborhoods in big cities like New York or San Francisco, you probably think of concentrated enclaves like Little Italy or Chinatown. But in Atlanta, if you're looking for a tamale or a banh mi, the place to go is along a 6-lane highway, Buford Highway. So how did Buford Highway get to be known as this international corridor? And what is on the road ahead for this go-to global destination?
I think, the point made about Atlanta's sort of founding and being that transportation hub, and that's something that transportation is at the heart of the complexities as Atlanta continues to grow. Buford Highway is, as far as our communities, is the highest pedestrian communities, and it's the highest route, it's the busiest route from the MARTA. When you have those optics and those perspectives of fast-moving transit and transient, right, we lose sight of the communities, these communities that are here that function as communities. And our communities convene at these plazas. We call these legacy plazas. We're here right now at Pine Tree Plaza because we come here for not just restaurants, and it's not just one and done where you come in here for an exploratory experience. It's where we get our newspapers in our language. It's where we meet up with our friends and have that time of fellowship outside of spiritual walls, right, or religious walls. And it's also where we get our haircut and where we access our groceries. So when we talk about food, one thing that is so sort of the beginnings of Buford Highway was the access to food, being able to get those herbs and those ingredients that you can't find at a Publix or a Big Star back in the day. I talk about how back in the day it was hard to find even a bottle of soy sauce. You kind of had to get around. This is the South back then, right, in the 80s. And, I believe that immigrants, particularly on the Buford Highway corridor, helped put Atlanta on that international map, in addition to that international airport. It is internationally recognized as a market of, that represents the world. Buford Highway, by the way, is a 30 stretch of highway, miles of highway that connects Atlanta all the way up to Swanee, right? But our footprint is inside the perimeter, this 10-mile stretch of 3 municipalities of Brookhaven, Chamblee, and Doraville. We focus on the food, right? But Buford Highway, our work, and I believe when we're talking about human stories and the collection of human stories and why that's so important, is the focus of our humans. It's the focus of the immigrants here who sacrificed, who went through so much struggle, continue to struggle. Our focus is really about the humans, the immigrant communities that really built Buford Highway to create this identity that is known not just in Georgia. It is a Southeast regional influence. Some people have called this the Silk Road of the South. There's so many people and communities that drive 2-3 hours just to come here to get a piece of themselves, their ancestry, and that feeling, that connection, and that's where they find it, and they come to Buford Highway for that.